Good day, guys. Today is Tuesday, September the 6th, so I hope everybody had a good long Labor Day weekend there, and I hope the smoke wasn't too bad where you guys were. So I'm going to take a little bit of time here today. I'm going to try and make this around 5 to 10 minutes to go over your project here a little bit. I'm hoping you guys have had a chance to go through Moodle, to take a look at everything here, to familiarize yourself with the course. And of course, the business plan project is the bigger item. So to begin with, I'll kind of work backwards here. If I take a look, you'll see that in the suggested dates for your business plan deliverables, I'm hoping to get a draft farm proposal about 1 page in length, and keep that as a guideline. I'm more looking for a high-level idea more than a lot of information at this point here. So I just want to make sure that the business plan idea that you have falls within the guidelines and the scope of this particular course. One thing I find more often than not is that I'm actually asking students to kind of bring it back down a couple of levels. This is an academic project. It is a bigger project, but this could take over your life if we let it. And so what I like to do is try and find a project, a business plan idea that's within the scope of maybe taking 1 to 2 hours maximum a week for the next 14 weeks to complete. All right, so are you going to start up the next Google or the next John Deere in this business plan? Probably not. That's outside the scope of the course. If you're looking at bringing new crops into your farm, or if you're looking at a new agri-value business idea, or if you wanted to do something along the lines of drones or sales, start an implement dealership on the farm or something along those lines, I'm completely open to that. If you're bringing in new farm enterprises to your existing farm, again, I'm completely open to that. If you're looking at starting a farm from scratch, I'm okay with that, but we will have to talk about, again, the scope of this a little bit, and that's why I get this business plan idea or this business plan proposal. So once you've done your proposal, just click on this link here, and then you can add submission and upload it, and I will review it. But let's go back to a more of an introductory level here. If I go under the business plan project tab, here I have an overview of what I'm going to be looking for the semester. All right, so you'll see kind of key items here where I'm looking for about 20 to 30 pages in length. I've received 15 pages that were an A because the business plan only needed to be 15 pages. I've received business plans that were 50, 60 pages that were only a C+, B-, simply because students gave me a lot of information from the web, but didn't really give me anything of substance. It was just a lot of copy-paste, copy-paste. So how are you going to complete your business plan? So once you've submitted your proposed idea, I've signed off on it, which I'll just do via email, then what are you going to do? Well, just going to close this, let's go back up to this tab here. If I scroll down, you're going to see this template pop up. Oops, still says AMT 7004. I thought I had changed that. Oh good, 2630. Looks like the file name just wasn't changed. So 7004 was last year's same course, just different number, but it looks like I have updated it at least in the document here. So let's just get rid of that. All right, so what are you going to do? Well, what you're going to do is scroll through and take a look at this template. Now to begin with, the template is basically fill in the blanks. So anything that's in red here, this is the information that I'm looking for. And so what you're going to do over the next 13 weeks or so, I say 13 because you're still going to have to present the business plan, is you're going to systematically fill out all the different sections. Now I've tried to keep the sections in line with what I'm teaching and when I'm teaching it. So it kind of matches up with the theory that I'm presenting from the entrepreneurial standpoint. And so I'm just going to jump back here for a second, and I hope this isn't getting too confusing here, but I'm just going to jump back up to, too far, jump back over to the weekly deliverables here again. And you'll notice that the deliverables here line up with the different sections of the business plan template. All right, so again, it's a very systematic process. And again, I encourage people not to work too far ahead, because that way I can provide advice, articles, videos, that kind of stuff on different sections as we are working through the course here together. So going back to the template, again, I'm not going to go through all of this. This is something you can go through. I'll give you different examples of this as we get closer to that being due. All right, again, I don't like to overload students. I like to try and keep it more bite-sized chunks. All right, so you're just going to go through here and more or less fill in the blanks. Now, if you're ever wondering where did this template come from, it's important to me that you develop tools and utilize tools that you can use in the real world. So I've actually taken a business plan template from the Business Development Bank of Canada, and I did this about 2 years ago, and I updated it for this course. So if you are going to complete not just an agribusiness plan, but a business plan for any organization, you can actually use this template. Now, of course, all the examples I give you and the businesses that I ask you to bring forward are either farms or agribusiness operations. All right, so take a look through the document. Right? And yeah, it just gives you an overview of what we're going to be looking at. So I'll give you these deadlines systematically throughout the course that will keep you on pace. Now, you could submit everything at the very last day if you wanted, although I'm not going to encourage that, because I use these weekly deliverables is what I call them, even though they're not due every single week. I use these weekly deliverables as an opportunity for me to go through, review your business plan, at least review those sections, and then provide feedback on them. And I don't grade them. You get 100% just for completing it. And I do this because if I don't ask for the weekly deliverables or ask for interim business plans, then what happens is you would give me your business plan at the end of the semester, and if it wasn't quite what I was looking for, or if you gave not enough detail or anything along those lines, I've had no opportunity to provide good, meaningful feedback, which means you wouldn't score a high grade. Traditionally, students generally do very well in the business plan project because we have an opportunity to work together throughout the semester in order for me to take a look at your sections, for you to provide feedback, for you to review them and update them. And so every time I give you feedback, the feedback might just be, great job, keep doing what you're doing. But if you ever want to change anything at any point in time, I don't care if you're we're on the very last week of the course. At any point in time, you can go back and change anything in your business plan. All right, I'm just providing some thoughts and some guidance as we work through the semester. I'm not judging your business plan as we work through the semester. It's just an opportunity for us to have a two-way dialogue. The two-way dialogue might be through the computer, it might be over the phone, whatever works for you. All right, so that's essentially what I wanted to talk about here today. So what I'd like you to do over the next few days is come up with a business plan idea, or 2 or 3 if you want. I'm happy to review them. But I'm going to say, for your own sanity, again, don't try and start the next John Deere. Try and start a agribusiness enterprise of a size that is meaningful to you, whatever that looks like. I'm not going to provide too much thoughts on this, but I have had students in the past that really had a lot of enthusiasm and just went right for the super big business right out of the get-go, and that just really didn't work. It took up a lot more of their time, a lot more of their energy, and the scope kept increasing and increasing and increasing. The only real criteria is that it has to be an ag-related business, farm, or something to do with agriculture. Other than that, it's completely up to you. So if you have a passion project, if you have an idea that you want to flush out before you even start thinking about it a little bit more, this is a time to bring it forward. All right, so I hope that makes sense. So happy studying, and I will talk to you guys soon. Have a great day.